my journey with cancer, I would say began, I just turned 23, 2019. In 2019, January, I felt like seeing a urologist, and it was routine for them to run a sonogram on a new patient. And so when they did, they found a mass in my right testicle. So it wasn't until they found the mass through the sonogram that the pain I felt in my testicle really started to, I really started to notice and pay attention to it. I didn't go back for another sonogram for 12 months. I just forgot to go at 6 months. So now I'm 25, and they let me know that there's a mass in the left testicle. If I could go the following week for an appointment, a surgery removal appointment. And that was really tough. I did not know that it was going to basically put me out of commission with life for as long as it did. I thought I was going to be in pain for about a week, and it took about 6 weeks to be able to walk further than the driveway, and then about 2.5 months in total to be able to get back out in the world. And so after that period, maybe 6 months to 8 months after the surgery that I had, they let me know that the mass we originally found in the right testicle back in 2019 seemed to start growing in size again. So then they made arrangements and let me know to expect to have that one removed as well. It's been about 7 months since the last surgery.
Okay, how often are you having follow-ups now?
Every 6 months, I'm having follow-ups.
And are you cancer-free currently?
No, I'm not cancer-free. It appears that I have a mass that most likely is spread from the original locations in my testicles. And that one's in my lymph nodes, it appears. I did have a PET scan and an MRI as well, just a couple of days ago. And they did confirm that the mass is growing. They weren't able to tell me more than that for now. They just did confirm that it had grown. I think it was by as much as 50%.
How are you feeling about these results?
I'm feeling pretty scared, which I think says a lot because I already went through 2 surgeries. So if I was just looking at pain and recovery time afterwards, I don't think I'd be scared by now. Experienced it 2 times before, but this one being more internally in my body than the previous tumors, I'd say I'm still just as fearful as the first time I ever found out I have a tumor, despite, maybe having thicker skin by now. Oh, I first found out through your foundation. So my mom, her working in hospice, she has built a lot of relationships in the medical center here. So she called a good acquaintance of hers named Lupita, working over at UT Health. She's a social worker there. And Lupita said that she knew a gentleman by the name of Dr. Estrada, who would be a good idea if she can put us in contact and if she could pass on information about me to him.
So our first help to you, what did that consist of?
That consisted of a grant that was $2,500. Oh my goodness, that was tremendous weight off my shoulders. Like at that time, I wasn't very worried about how chronic the situation could be. I just knew that I was going to be in a lot of pain and basically of no use to anybody for a couple of months. And so that that help that they provided for me, the foundation, was like nearly all of the difference of feeling worried about the situation or not.
Did you have concerns in terms of money that you had to pay for things around the surgery or medications or copays or anything like that? For
Yes,
example, surgery?
absolutely. They were going to start me on testosterone treatment afterwards as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that was just one of a few things to worry about that would come from this. Of course, not being able to handle regular monthly bills as well. I mean, the finances are like oxygen. You can't get too far without them, and Lord knows I would have just not been able to get by.
So you were in a tight spot at the time,
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
and the grant made a difference.
Yes, like it made a tremendous difference. It it'll take your worries from a 10, and cut it in half, let's say. When they found the mass in my kidney area, then that's when they wanted to get me a PET scan as well. And I had let them know that I've been feeling a lot of random shocks of pain throughout my body, and a lot of tightness and some pain um, around the eyes. So they asked for me to get an MRI, and I really wanted to follow through with that. They let me know that the two tests would come out to $1,200. I immediately felt a burden um, on my mind about how to get to pay for that. So I called my girlfriend just to vent, although she reminded me about um, speaking to a doctor last year who had played a very big part in helping me with my recovery from my last surgery. I said, "Oh, Dr. Estrada, yes, that's." I said, "Let me give him a call. Thanks for bringing him up. I was just gonna accept things for what they were and postpone the tests for however long it would take me till I can get them done on my own." And so I called Dr. Strada. He said he'll see what he can do for me, that he'd be willing to go ahead and submit a request with his board. And I was so grateful just to know that he would even consider it or bring it up with the board after already providing such a significant amount of help to me before. It felt like I was already lucky enough with our prior time we came across each other. And then I got the call from the Dr. Strada. He let me know I got approved for the MRI, and I let him know that I was super happy to hear that. And after me finding out that the other test is still $600 itself, that I'm even more grateful to get help with the MRI, because the two together would have just been overbearing. And so I brought it up, not intending to ask for more. And Dr. Estrada actually let me know that he would put a request in for that as well. And that just felt like something you only expect to hear from someone who's known you your whole life, to be honest. And I just knew that at this point I was already beyond blessed, and but I'll take the assistance that Dr. Estrada wanted to provide that day, because it was a big help. Thank you, Dr. Estrada. Thank you. So that had definitely been brought up to me a lot since I found out that I had a mass in my testicles.
Mm-hmm.
Although I didn't know that ultimately I would lose both. So I did not get to right away seeing a sperm bank and getting them to store the sperm. So I went ahead and followed through with the surgery to have the first one removed. And then leading up to the second surgery, the Dr. Estrada helped me get an appointment with a sperm bank so that they can help me with storage, both financially and to make sure I get in that day and see them. And after them running several tests, they even let me try the test twice. They concluded that I already no longer had any sperm production. And so that was that. I was no longer fertile. This was right before the second surgery. So the remaining testicle is still connected, but it can no longer produce. And
was that a shock for you
yes,
to find out?
yes, it was pretty devastating because I've already gotten accustomed to being a family man and being around my current kid a lot, staying home.
So you do have a daughter, right?
I do have a daughter. Yes.
How old is she?
She is 6 years old. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Her name's Natalia, and I have her every other week. Mm-hmm. 7 days on with myself, 7 days with her mother, and we have been able to manage that co-parenting since she was born. So she's gotten to have me for half the time in her life. Mm-hmm. And it's great. We have a great relationship, which is part of the reason I was very devastated to find out that having kids would stop there. My message to them would be not to worry about the things in their life that they feel they would have to put on hold. There'll still be time for them. If you're hurting from the incisions that they make, or you're knocked off of your feet for weeks to months at a time, you can still come back stronger mentally and make up for that lost time. And just focus on yourself for that time being and let go of everything that can slow down your progress with fighting this.